Notre Dame won its 25th consecutive game against ACC opponents, with the Irish handing the Tar Heels their first loss of the season by a final score of 45-32. The story of this game is the abysmal defensive showing from Carolina. For one, this program cannot shake the stigma of quarterbacks having career days against them. A week after throwing for a pedestrian 150 yards in his first ever start, Drew Pine lit UNC's defense up like a Christmas tree, throwing for 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 turnovers. Taking into account that Notre Dame entered this game ranked 97th and 113th, respectively, in scoring and total offense, you have your choice of stats to support how disastrous the performance really was between the Irish at one point scoring on 6 straight possessions, the 5.6 yards per carry they averaged bullying UNC's front, or this being the 3rd straight game that the Carolina defense has given up 10 first downs in a single quarter. They offer little to no resistance, which makes it easy for opponents to get in a rhythm. After a bye week, it's still a group that appears to be largely lost and undisciplined. There was no noticeable plan in place for Michael Mayer, who was a preseason All-American and looked every bit the part today. Without knowing the play calls, it's hard to even assign blame to players with how far away they found themselves from Notre Dame's receiving options. On at least one touchdown for the Irish, I noticed how frozen Carolina's safeties were with their eyes in the backfield, and Pine simply just dropped it over the top of them. It's hard to believe that with the way this team has recruited recently, that there aren't other players able to step in where this team lacks at certain spots, which speaks to a larger problem at hand. The low moment of the game, without a doubt, was Tony Grimes picking up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after a late hit on the sideline. Noah Taylor confronted Grimes for the lack of awareness to put the team in that position, and Grimes responded by throwing a jab at Taylor's helmet. With how disjointed they look, all remaining hope I've had for the defense to turn things around has evaporated. The offensive performance from today became obscured by the other side of the ball not showing up. The requirement to win should not be 50 points or perfection. Sure, for the 3rd straight season, it was Notre Dame controlling the line of scrimmage with its front 7 and nitpicking you'd like your quarterback to not put the ball on the ground to give a short field for the offense. Even so, it was the UNC defense that deflated any facade of hope. In season, I don't know where you go from here. The Tar Heels escaped with wins in their first 3 games, but the red flags were there. I'm afraid that for UNC that this is just who they are and that you'll continue to see showings like this. From Kenan Stadium, I'm Taylor Vippolis, signing off for Inside Carolina.